A massive number of ballots have already been filed in New Jersey, with 12 days still to go before Election Day. Governor Murphy announced that over 2.1 million votes have already been cast. That's more than half the total turnout from 4 years ago. And it's no secret, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are blue states. Pollsters fully expect our region's electoral college votes to go to Joe Biden. And that's one reason a lot of voters are turning their attention to the U.S. Senate. As the Election Project's Glorioso reports, the tri-state is pouring vast resources into out-of-state campaigns.
In a political world where robocalls dominate, New Jersey's Merv Turner is trying to persuade voters in a decidedly analog way. Last weekend, he mailed thousands of old-fashioned letters to voters hundreds of miles away. They may be residents of Scotch Plains, New Jersey, but Merv and his allies are purposely targeting a set of out-of-state Senate races.
All right.
We're invested in Georgia because there are 2 Senate seats in Georgia, and for the first time, Georgia is in play.
With New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut overwhelmingly predicted to favor Biden for president, lots of tri-state voters are turning their attention to a fever-pitched battle for the control of the U.S. Senate. Merv's letter-writing campaign is part of a movement called Swing Left, aimed at 12 states where there is a chance for Democrats to flip Senate seats.
Not only are you seeing the organizing and volunteer momentum on the Democratic side, but that's also coupled with just insane amounts of grassroots donations that are really flooding into some of these races.
The tri-state has been one of the biggest piggy banks for U.S. Senate candidates, pouring more than $70 million into out-of-state contests. The biggest chunk of that going to races the Cook Political Report calls toss-ups, like the battle between Democrat Mark Kelly and Republican Martha McSally in Arizona, the South Carolina contest between Republican Lindsey Graham and Democrat Jamie Harrison, and up north, Republican Susan Collins versus Democrat Sarah Gideon. So far, the tri-state has shoveled $7 million into each of those races. According to the Center for Responsive Politics, most of the tri-state's out-of-state donations are going to Democrats. But the chair of Connecticut's Republican Party says there's a good reason for that. Republicans are outnumbered in the Northeast, so they are focusing their efforts and dollars at home.
We have a registration disadvantage, and so for Republicans, we tend to focus a lot of our attention and time on what's happening locally.
So while Republicans defend their ground in the tri-state, local Democrats are trying to play offense in far-flung red states.
If you're a New Yorker like us, you know, it usually goes one way. It's usually Democratic in New York, and you have that anxiety. I wish I could do things for these states that I'm not in.
From their New York home, actor Mandy Patinkin and his wife have been spending weekends phone banking, calling voters in states like Georgia and Kansas.
Thank you, we love you.
Even sending personalized thank you show tunes to encourage tri-state Democrats to give more.
We love Barbara Bollier, Mindy too.
I'm an actor. The key word is act. And you can act right now in a very positive, meaningful way.
In order for Democrats to flip the U.S. Senate, they need to hold all their seats and unseat 3 or 4 Republican incumbents. It's worth noting groups like Swing Left are also trying to flip state legislatures. They say state houses are where voting rules and election maps are drawn. So they're asking tri-state voters to phone bank and donate in dozens of tiny districts in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, Iowa, Ohio, and more. And of course, the Republicans are trying just as hard to hang on to power in those states. Chris Glorioso, News 4 New York.
All right, Chris, thank you. You can get much more information on the election online, including early voting hours. Just head to our website, NBCNewYork.com/vote, or download our NBC4 New York app.